Welcome to LifeSpring Hymn Stories, episode 61. This is the podcast that tells you the stories behind some of the church's greatest hymns. My name is Steve Webb, and I am your host. I'm so glad that you are with me today. Today I have for you the story behind a beautiful old hymn of the faith, Nearer My God to Thee, by Sarah F. Adams, with music by Lowell Mason. The performance of the hymn I'll have for you is by a beautiful young lady named Anna Richey. LifeSpring Hymn Stories is brought to you in part by my book, Webb's Easy Bible Names Pronunciation Guide. You know, reading the Bible should be a pleasure. Yes, sometimes we're challenged by the Holy Spirit because of the message, but the challenge shouldn't be because you can't read some of those long names. It really can be easy to pronounce any name in the Bible, and my book can help to make that happen for you. I've broken down every name in the Bible in such a way that it really is easy to say them with confidence. If you don't believe me, I want to give you a free chapter, all the names that begin with the letter A. Just go to easyBibleNamesGuide.com and sign up. Once you get the chapter, take a look. You'll see how easy it is. And then when you decide to buy either the PDF version or the MP3 version, where you can actually hear me say any Bible name that you're interested in, when you decide to buy, since you're a Hymn Stories listener, I want to give you 25% off. Just use promo code HYMNS, that's HYMNS, when you check out. Today's hymn is Nearer My God to Thee by Sarah F. Adams. It was reported that the band aboard the Titanic gallantly played Nearer My God to Thee as the great liner sank into its watery grave on April 14, 1912. A Canadian survivor told of being comforted by its strains. Historians, however, have never been able to nail down the validity of the story. Never mind, it's a great hymn anyway, written by a woman named Sarah Flower Adams. She was born in Harlow, England, in the winter of 1805. Her father was a newspaper editor and a man of prominence. Sarah herself grew up enjoying the spotlight. She showed great interest in the stage and dreamed of being an actress. In 1834, she married William Bridges Adams, a civil engineer. The couple lived in London, where Sarah could be near the great theaters. In 1837, she played Lady Macbeth in the Richmond Theatre in London to rave reviews. Her frail health hampered her career, however, and she found herself focusing more on her literary gifts. It's said that she wrote quickly, as if under compulsion, and seldom did editors find anything to change in her work. Among her compositions were hymns of praise to the Lord. Sarah's sister, Eliza, a gifted musician, often wrote the music for her hymns. The two were very close. One day in 1841, their pastor, Reverend William Johnson Fox, of London's South Place Unitarian Church, paid a visit. He was compiling a church hymn book and wanted to include some of their hymns. He further mentioned that he was frustrated at his inability to find a hymn to go along with the upcoming Sunday's message, which was from the story of Jacob at Bethel in Genesis 28, 20-22. Sarah offered to write a hymn based on those verses. For the rest of the week, she pored over the passage, visualizing Jacob sleeping with a stone for his pillow as he dreamed of a ladder reaching to heaven. The following Sunday, South Place Unitarian Church sang Sarah's Nearer My God to Thee. Eliza, who was suffering from tuberculosis, died in 1846. Sarah had faithfully cared for her sister during the illness, but by the time Eliza died, Sarah too was showing signs of consumption. She passed away on August 14, 1848, at age 43.
God to Thee, nearer to Thee, even though it be a cross to thee. Though like the wanderer, the sun gone down, darkness be over me, my rest a stone. Yet in my dreams I'd be nearer, my God, to thee. Nearer, my God, to thee. Nearer to thee. Then let the way appear, steps unto heaven. All that thou sendest me in mercy give. Angels to beckon me nearer, my God, to thee. Nearer, my God, to thee. Nearer, nearer to thee.
Wasn't that beautiful? Such a gift. That was Anna Richey. I'll have links to her YouTube channel and her Instagram on the show notes page at hymnstories.lifespringmedia.com. Just look for this episode, number 61. As always, I want to thank Pastor Robert J. Morgan for giving his permission to use his books, Then Sings My Soul, Volumes 1 and 2. Check out his books wherever books are sold. If there's a hymn you'd like to know the backstory of, drop me a line at steve@lifespringmedia.com. I also welcome any feedback you have at that same email address. In the meantime, you'd do me a great favor if you'd write a review at the iTunes Store and the Apple Podcast app or wherever you get your podcasts. Speaking of where you get your podcasts, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to this podcast. And be aware that LifeSpring Hymn Stories is but one of 9 shows available at lifespringmedia.com. If you'd like to know more, you can find this show, along with over 2,000 episodes, at the website. And if you have a business that needs a voice, I'd love to talk to you about voicing a radio or TV commercial, a video narration, or whatever sort of project you have in mind. Email me at my studio at stevewebvoiceovers.com. Thank you so much for listening today. Next week, we'll look at the story behind the hymn, How Firm a Foundation. I know I told you that last week, but hey, life is all about flexibility, isn't it? Until then, may God bless you richly. I'm Steve Webb. Bye.